How is Audriana doing with everything?
People have said things to her in school.
What, that her father was in jail?
Yeah, and she started crying to me.
The first update we have today is on Audriana Giudice, who recently offered some insights into her life and growing up basically in front of everyone. So we'll be talking about her candid conversation, looking at everything from family stuff to, dealing with privacy. And what she revealed is honestly quite surprising. So one of the first things Audriana talked about was something pretty personal. It was about her godmother, Dina Manzo. She was quite open, saying they don't really have a relationship anymore, maybe just like holiday texts. And you can almost feel that loss when she talks about it, especially when she remembers how Dina would always take me out and we would have so much fun together back when she was younger.
Yeah, it's quite touching. And it's interesting because Audriana's sister Gia, she clarified that it wasn't like something specific happened between them. It's more about, the simple fact that Dina lives out in California now. It really just illuminates how physical distance, just geography can affect relationships. Even these long-standing ones we see play out publicly. It's relatable, really.
Absolutely, that kind of universal thing. And this theme of connection, or maybe the lack of it, and privacy, it seems to run through a lot of what Audriana discussed, especially thinking about her whole life being on The Real Housewives of New Jersey. I mean, her entire life. She actually admitted that 99% of the time, she wishes her family wasn't even on the show. Which is huge. She does see the cool opportunities, she said that, but she really hates how everyone knows everything about you. She mentioned the camera stressed her out. She doesn't like being on camera, doesn't even watch the show much, just little clips that she sees on the internet. So given all that exposure, how does she handle the online trolls? Because they're out there. Oh, well, she said, it doesn't bother me that much because I'm like, these people are nobodies and they have no life. That's certainly one approach. Strong words.
It is, and it's one coping mechanism, definitely. Everyone deals with that kind of negativity differently, and it seems connected, like you said, to this increasing desire she has for privacy.
Yeah, exactly. She even brought up her sister, Gabriella, who's known for being more private. Audriana said she made her own TikTok public for a bit.
And then now I don't post on it anymore because I'm like, I don't like how all these people can see what I'm posting. So I don't know, I feel like I'm getting more private.
So moving to maybe the most intense part. She shared what she called her hardest moment ever filmed for the show. It was when her mom, Teresa Giudice, came home. She described seeing all the people outside our house, like all the paparazzi. And she said she still cries whenever she sees that footage. You can feel how raw that still is for her. She called her feelings about the footage a hate-love type of thing. Like, I do like how we were able to see it again, but I don't like how they're filmed. I don't like how people can see what we went through, that vulnerability, being so public.
Yeah. And if you think about that, it really demonstrates the double-edged sword of having your life documented like this. Those filmed moments, especially traumatic or really intimate ones, they carry so much emotional weight. They absolutely shape how you see your own past. So while, yes, she can revisit things, maybe things she wouldn't remember clearly otherwise, she's also forced to relive these incredibly difficult experiences publicly. It really makes you think, when your most vulnerable times are turned into content for viewers, how does that affect your own relationship with your memories, with your story?
It's true. Okay, next update we have about Shannon Beador's intense drama on The Real Housewives of Orange County and her current relationship dynamics, both on and off screen.
There's always something with Shannon.
Right. So her feud with Katie Ginella has been huge. Shannon apparently accused Katie of something criminal, though she later took that back.
Okay, that's confusing.
Yeah, and the season 19 trailer, it showed Shannon claiming Katie did something illegal, then storming off while Katie mentions the right. Shannon left her grilled cheese behind.
And Shannon's perspective clarifies just how serious it was for her, right? She said, a boundary was crossed that literally blindsided me.
Yeah.
And she noted there's no good explanation from Katie, who's usually known for her answers and explaining away everything. Shannon says the drama involved her directly. It still shocks her.
Wow.
And basically concludes she doesn't see a place for Katie moving forward in the group, which really illuminates the lasting impact these conflicts have, especially when they hit deep personal boundaries.
And shifting to another relationship, Shannon and Tamra Judge. Shannon said it was important not to have that tension this season.
Progress.
Maybe. She said they laughed together a few times, but, and this is key, the friendship is not rebonded. Shannon specifically called Tamra her work friend, really emphasizing the word work.
Ouch.
Yeah, said she don't talk to her outside of group settings. It kind of depicts the, professional nature some of these long-running reality friendships can take on. Like, are they real friends or just colleagues?
Right, blurring those lines again. And speaking of jabs, there was that Watch What Happens Live moment with Shannon.
Oh, yeah.
Andy asked her which man on the show has small DK energy, and she immediately said, Tamra's husband, Eady.
Whoa.
Her reasoning was pretty direct. All the men have been nice to me except Eddie, so my answer was a no-brainer.
Yikes. That's throwing fuel on the fire.
Totally. And Tamra reacted, didn't she? She posted a bunch of eggplant emojis, seemingly a crude comeback.
Oh, boy.
But then she deleted it a few hours later.
Interesting. What about Tamra suggesting she was quitting mid-season? Did Shannon buy that?
Not for a second. Shannon said she never believed her, basically saying, Tamra's Tamra. I didn't like it.
Okay, next update we have about Tamra Judge, weighing in on some major topics across the Bravo universe. Tamra, from RHOC, she has a very strong opinion that the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills needs Lisa Rinna back.
Oh, she's not holding back.
Not at all. She said, absolutely, 100%, abso-fucking-lutely, they need her. I love her. And this is, what, 2.5 years after Lisa left?
Yeah, after 8 seasons. And Tamra's always been, Lisa's biggest supporter, it seems. But she also kind of admits she thinks Lisa don't think she'll go back.
Right.
So it sounds more like Tamra's personal wish for the show, maybe, than a real expectation. What's also interesting is she's excited about Rachel Zoe joining RHOBH, shows she's still very invested in the casting moves.
Oh, for sure. And Tamra's never one to shy away from an opinion, is she? She also weighed in on that whole messy situation on the Valley.
With Janet Caperna.
Yeah, criticizing Janet. Tamra said what Janet did was way below the belt, making that sexual assault claim against Danny Bucco involving Jasmine Good and her fiancée, Melissa Marie.
And Tamra clarified her reasoning, didn't she? Saying the alleged incident didn't happen to her and that the people actually involved had already talked it out and apologized. But, despite criticizing Janet's actions pretty strongly, Tamra still said she felt bad about all the hate Janet was getting online.
Okay, but here's where it gets really interesting. Tamra also talked about her own past on camera, specifically that steamy bathtub moment from RHOC Season 6 with Eddie Judge.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, she shared this anecdote that really brings to life the pressures of filming those kinds of intimate scenes. Eddie, who was 52 then.
52.
Yeah, he was apparently incredibly nervous. It was his really first time filming something that racy. Tamra describes him turning white, like about ready to pass out.
Oh my gosh.
So to get him, on board, she filled the tub and gave him shots of tequila and a glass of wine.
Whatever works.
Right.
And Eddie's comment afterwards was pretty funny, trying to make light of it. He said, I wish I would have smacked my wiener around a little bit so I would have had a longer blur. Next, we're going to talk about a major cast change for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So Brittany, or Brit, Eady, has officially announced she won't be back for season 17.
Yeah, after just one season, season 16.
Her absence from the reunion filming, that was back in early June, right? It was pretty much confirmed by pictures Bravo released.
Right. And Brit's departure, it isn't just like a simple exit. It's got these significant legal things tied to it.
Yeah.
She actually started the process of filing a $20 million lawsuit against Bravo and the production company.
About $20 million.
Yeah, though more recent reports are suggesting her attorney hasn't, officially served the papers yet, so it's a bit unclear. But still, this move, it kind of signals maybe a new, more aggressive legal front for reality stars against networks trying to monetize the harm they feel production caused.
And then just days after that reunion filming, on July 14th, Brit posted on Instagram. It looked like her reunion dress, right? Matched the theme.
Yeah, it definitely looked like it.
And the caption was pretty defiant. It went viral fast. No Brit, no reunion. She included this really lengthy explanation, too, saying, I decided to walk away from something that no longer serves me because I choose peace over destroying my mental. She went on, it's very easy to say what I should have done when most have not walked a day in my shoes, and then I choose Amy.
Oh.
You can't heal in the same place that made you sick.
Right. Setting a clear boundary there.
And about missing the reunion, she basically said, I don't owe anyone closure. I only owe myself to do what's best for me. My journey here is done.
And the reactions from RHOA fans, they've been all over the place, really.
Like what?
Well, you had some clear support, like a YouTuber binge-worthy saying, I respect your decision, gonna miss seeing you on the show. Another defender commented, won't address you, I'll just outdress you. Kind of clever.
Right.
But then you also got the negative stuff. One just flat out said, bye, Felicia.
Oof.
Yeah. And, well, it's probably safe to say whatever Brit does next in reality TV, it likely won't involve Bravo or NBC Universal.
So what does this all mean for, the future of RHOA? And maybe this wider trend of cast members taking a really public stand for their mental health against the show pressures?
I think it really highlights a powerful shift. This increasing assertion of agency by reality stars, Brit's potentially massive lawsuit, even if unserved yet, combined with her very public declaration about prioritizing peace. It suggests a new strategy.
How so?
Well, where personal well-being isn't just, a talking point, it becomes a potential battleground against production itself, and that could potentially reshape contract negotiations for future cast members down the line.
Interesting. Okay, next update we have about a relationship reveal from the Summer House world. And it kind of seems to follow a similar theme, maybe, of personal well-being.
Oh.
Yeah, it's being reported that Paige DeSorbo has been quietly dating Joe D'Amelio for a while. They were just seen holding hands in Capri, Italy. Paige was there on a summer trip with her family.
Right, and this news comes, just over 6 months after her very public split from Craig Conover of Southern Charm fame? And it's worth remembering she was actually first spotted with this Joe guy way back in January at a Philadelphia Eagles game. So, this quiet romance seems like it's been developing pretty steadily, away from the cameras.
Yeah, and Us Weekly Insider shared some details about Paige's, like New Headspace. Said she took a few months to warm up to a new relationship, but has definitely moved on after Craig and is genuinely happy.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, and Joe is depicted as a breath of fresh air, apparently calm, grounded, and much more low-key, which is exactly what Paige needed.
And Joe's already met her family?
Apparently so, and they really like him. Friends have noticed a different side of Paige, saying she's really happy right now.
And this is interesting because, Paige had been pretty consistent in denying she was anything but single these past few months.
Right.
So this quiet romance feels even more significant, maybe a deliberate choice to keep this part of her life more private this time around.
Paige announced just last month she was leaving Summer House.
After 7 seasons, yeah. And she talked about this decision with people just recently, commenting on maybe taking a break from the Hamptons this year. She sounded really excited, actually, to spend weekends in Albany with her family, explore new places.
Yeah.
She described her time in Italy as the most relaxing 2 weeks. It just clarifies her current priorities, right? Personal peace over public appearances.
Definitely seems that way. Okay, next update we have about a really candid interview from Scheana Shay, shedding some new light on her past with Lisa Vanderpump and that label that's followed her forever.
Yeah, the homewrecker label.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Scheana's made some really strong statements recently about Lisa, her ex-boss, claiming Lisa low-key used my real-life pain to launch her TV empire and basically gaslit her for years.
Wow, strong words. And this came out in Scheana's tell-all interview, right? How my marriage survived cheating. She was looking back at that 2006 affair with Eddie Cibrian,
who was married to Brandy Glanville at the time.
Right. And that history is so crucial to understanding the deep resentment she's expressing now. It suggests this long simmering sense of betrayal.
And Scheana explained her view on Lisa's alleged manipulation. She claims Lisa pretended she didn't know about the affair when she invited Scheana to that event Brandy was at back in RHOBH season 4, 2013.
Oh, that famous confrontation.
Yeah. Scheana believes Lisa gaslit me about it for a decade instead of just coming to me in the beginning. She added, that's the thing with Lisa. She doesn't make mistakes. She makes moves and then calls them coincidences.
That really illuminates Sheena's long-held view of Lisa as, strategic and calculated, way beyond just being a boss.
And Scheana pinpointed a turning point in their friendship back in 2017. Lisa apparently told Scheana to defend James Kennedy after he body-shamed Katie Maloney.
Right.
Scheana remembers getting this death stare from Lisa, like, when are you going to speak up? When are you going to stick to the script?
Oof.
And Scheana says that's when she stopped following her orders and things changed between them. Which demonstrates a big shift, right? Her deciding not to just be controlled or play a part.
Yeah.
Someone else wrote for her.
Absolutely. And beyond the Lisa drama, Scheana also really dug into her struggle with that homewrecker label from 2006, arguing how unfair it was.
Yeah, she's pretty clear on that.
Her defense is basically, Eddie Cibrian was the one who lied. He is the one who cheated. He is the homewrecker. She keeps emphasizing she was lied to by a 33-year-old man when I was 21, fresh out of college.
Right.
And while she admits she saw red flags and maybe led with her heart and not her brain, she insists so much of what's been said about her was hurtful and just not true.
She also made a point of saying she's extremely loyal and a girl's girl, but added that the girls on the show weren't always, deserving of that loyalty because of how they treated her.
And she did express regrets, didn't she? Specifically about doing that public interview about the affair back then.
Yeah, what did she say?
She admitted, I wasn't thinking about his wife and toddlers at home. She confessed, this was an instance where I was only thinking about myself. And that was not okay. It was extremely immature and extremely irresponsible.
Wow, that's taking responsibility.
Yeah, and she specifically apologized to Brandy for how she found out. And then she connected that past pain to her own recent situation, finding out Brock Davies cheated on her while she was pregnant.
Right, bringing it full circle. And just to wrap that up, she confirmed she's had 0 contact and 0 run-ins with Eddie Cibrian and Leanne Rimes in 17 years. Though she has apparently talked to Leanne on social media and does stay in touch with Brandy.
Wow.
Okay, next update, we have about a comprehensive recap from the Valley. This show is bringing the drama. We're covering multiple storylines here. Let's start with Jax and Brittany. Their co-parenting post-rehab seems incredibly difficult.
Yeah, Jax appears to be exhibiting some familiar patterns, engaging in what some are calling the same song and dance, you know, the rage, the gaslighting, the tears that maybe don't seem entirely genuine.
While Brittany holds strong.
Right, and specific incidents really demonstrate this. Jax was apparently wildly texting Brittany, trying to get some R-ring verification code, maybe financial, legal stuff, which Brittany, probably wisely, refused to give him. And further showing their separation, Brittany's been posing solo for Kristen Doute's brand, James May, No Jax, signifying her independence.
And Jax's place, his townhouse, is depicted as a war zone, moving boxes, stairs, raising concerns about it being suitable for their son, Cruz.
Yeah, not ideal. And notably, Jax found out Brittany's dating someone new. He claims he's avoiding bars to focus on Cruz, but, well, his actions maybe suggest otherwise. A bit of a disconnect there.
Okay, tell us of the co-parenting meeting. Sounds like it was rough.
Oh, yeah. Brittany only agreed to meet to figure out the arrangement, clearly not trusting Jax despite rehab. And Jax. He was apparently fishing to see if he was missed on the Hawaii trip.
Priorities.
Right. Brittany put her foot down, said Cruz is not going over to his house anytime soon, and she's done protecting Jax. She called him out directly, pointing out he went to a bar just 5 days after rehab, drinking, partying, despite claiming he'd changed. Called him gross.
Yeah. And Jax's reaction.
Gaslighting attempt. Trying to manipulate her, saying he can't understand how she can wipe away 10 years so quickly. Accused her of using Cruz as a weapon, throwing away 10 years. He even threatened her with California's 50-50 custody law. Brittany fired back, promised him she'd get full custody, demanded he pay half of Cruz's medical bills. Then Jax stormed out.
Yeah. Kristen Doute's journey. She's finding the baby-making process really tough, stress level through the roof.
Yeah, it's been almost a year since she and Luke tragically lost their baby, but she says she's not losing faith, which shows her resilience.
And Kristen's been supportive of others, right? Specifically Danny and Nia in their drama.
Definitely. She called Janet Caperna's sexual assault allegation against Danny dangerous. And she also really thoughtfully reminded Nia to be nicer to herself about her body image.
Yeah.
She has a compassionate side amidst all the chaos.
Okay, Nia Bucco. She's at a crossroads. More babies or a mommy makeover.
Yeah, and Danny's pushing back on $1 million home in Sherman Oaks, saying it's smaller than their current condo and they'll need space for 4 kids. So different priorities there about family expansion versus housing.
Nia's body image issues.
They were kind of confirmed by a doctor who called her right on the verge of extreme. Danny appreciates what her body's been through, but questions if they're really ready for kid number 4. Nia eventually admits she wants the mommy makeover.
While Danny wants the house first.
Exactly. And amidst all this personal stuff, Nia's also saying she has 0 time for Janet's lies and lack of apologies, just adding another layer to the group tension.
Okay, now Janet and Jason Caperna. Responding to all the online hate, Jason got a wedding band tattooed.
Yeah, apparently to make light of ring rumors, it was described as an extreme retaliation that maybe sort of makes the couple look like super tryhards.
Yep.
Janet got one too. And Janet got emotional after, wondering why Jason loves her with all the hate. She wanted it to be them against the world, you know, that classic reality TV bunker mentality.
Right.
Meanwhile, Danny calls Janet's behavior malicious and toxic. Jasmine's trying to move on. Everyone seems to have love for Jason, but Janet is making friendships with Jason difficult.
And Janet's confused why Kristen Doute threatened her.
Yeah, she's questioning why Kristen would threaten to beat her since Janet insists she isn't making up false rumors about Danny. It just highlights the deep layers of betrayal and confusion swirling around.
Gotcha. And quickly, Michelle and Jesse Lally's divorce issues. Still messy.
Very. Jesse found out Michelle might not have filed the right paperwork, so they might have to start all over. And Michelle's claiming Jesse is hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt.
Yikes.
So yeah, if you connect all that to the bigger picture, you really see how these deeply personal choices, divorce, babies, legal fights, intersect with the pressures of public life on these shows. It creates this complex web of relationships and consequences, often made way more volatile by the constant public scrutiny and filming,